CS3 mechanical frame. Really like how it's coming in this cool, you know, miniature version of the other Planet Eclipse cases. I really like it. And it's better than the cardboard box that the CS2 frame came in. Yep, so let's open this thing. It's exciting. Can you feel the anticipation? You get a manual, you know, friggin' manual. But really like these cases. You know, that frame fits perfectly inside there. And these things are $400, which is quite a lot. The previous one, the CS2 mechanical frame, was $189. So it's over double the price. There's probably, well, there's a few reasons, probably two main reasons it's going to be double the price. Yeah, there's probably two main reasons that it's increased in price. It's kind of coming more completed than it did in the past. The CS2 mechanical frame did not come with the main rear trigger frame grip, didn't come with that foregrip, and then it was also missing the on-off ASA, and then all of the internals inside there. So now they doubled the price, and it's coming with that front foregrip just like your CS3 has, and then also that same, you know, rear rubber grips that your CS3 has. But it's also coming, you know, completed with that new, or I should say completed with the pops on-off and the SL5, I think, regulator that's inside there. Probably the biggest change they have made, though, that you're going to notice from the, it's kind of hard to see it with this camera setup. The biggest thing we're going to notice or see change is it's going to come with the rake trigger now. So you can see that screw right there. That's going to allow you to, like the CS3 and CS2, change the rake of that trigger. So you're not necessarily changing how long the trigger is or where the activation point stops. You're kind of just changing the angle of that trigger around a little bit. I really like the rake. It kind of helps me adjust the trigger a little bit more how I like it. I tend to like the trigger a little bit further out. I really like the deuce kind of double triggers a lot. So I really like how they've added that rake in there. And the thing does feel like really, really, really good. I'm not 100% sure what the internal differences are going to be. It looks identical almost to the CS2 when we take it apart. Internally, I guess we can do that. Well, I'm like, I don't know why I'm not taking these grips off. So you can still see it looks, if for people familiar with the CS2 internals, it still kind of looks the same. It still has that leather teal valve in there, that lever valve, that just kind of makes this trigger a little bit easier to pull because you're getting some leverage on it rather than just going straight into the valve. But that valve right there looks identical to me, but Planet Eclipse have said it is improved and it is a new version of that valve. But whether it's that much improved over the CS2 mechanical frame, I don't know. But look just how much different it looks inside there too. I mean, the CS2 frame, I mean, the whole regulator is like inside there. Well, it's in this too, but the regulator takes up quite a bit more volume on that CS2. You can also put a modular, I forget what they call that acronym, the NME, something electronics, you can still put inside there. So it's not going to control the operation, but you definitely will still get your game timer. You can get a balls per second counter on there. And that's pretty much all. But it's really convenient to be able to just have that in the back of the screen, somewhat like we saw with the Adrenaline frames, the Adrenaline mechanical frame, how you could still use a board. Or the Adrenaline one's a little bit different, but yeah, it has a screen on the back. CS3 mechanical frames. I really like these. I think if you're looking for literally the best mechanical gun possible, it is going to be, putting these grips when it's not on a gun is a little weird. Normally it's like on a gun. What is going on? Here we go. It's a little weird. Totally not used to that. Love these grips still. You know, they're still the best and probably easiest grips to put on. I really like how they kind of hug around the back too. It kind of goes up pretty high on the back of those things. Mechanical CS3 frame, yeah, it's for sure the best. I mean, it is $400 though. So, you know, in a paintball world where you can buy an entire paintball gun for $400. Man, I like the ergonomics so much though. I should also say I complained about, like, the last time we were talking about this, about the hump they used to have. They used to have this hump that stuck out right there. And I much like how it's just flat right there. So your hands just kind of hold it normal. Before, your trigger, your like middle finger stuck out quite a bit further than my like index or pinky finger. So I like how I just normal hold it. But yeah, it's very weird now, you know, where we can buy entire guns almost for $400 that perform very, very well. I mean, you can get the, you know, Etha 3M for $400, the same price of this entire mechanical frame. So I think it puts a lot of people in kind of a weird position, right? Because do you want an entire gun, or do you just want to make your CS3 mechanical? Because if you're not playing mechanical as much, maybe, you know, having just the Etha 3M over, you know, your $2,200 mechanical gun, it's a lot of money. Yeah, it just puts people in kind of a weird position. I think that, you know, I'd probably buy a whole gun. I think that I would rather purchase an entire gun than rather, you know, just a trigger frame.